Hello and welcome to the Visionless Designs YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be testing putting some coasters in a bucket filled with Danish oil, see if that's a quicker and easier way of treating them. So I've got my bucket pre-filled here, and here are the coasters. So here we are. These are, I think these are the ash coasters. I think we've got some bigger ones as we go down. No, I think these are all the ash. Right, so literally going to try and stick these in the bucket. They're supposed to be staying there for 24 hours, so we'll see how this all goes. Ah, did you know? Wood floats. There we go. Ah. How interesting. Might be a bit overkill for coasters because this is going to soak in quite a lot. I suppose people can use the coasters outdoors. Definitely going to get a good soaking. Right, that feels like that's all the coasters in. Right, it's just a case of putting the lid on these and seeing how they are tomorrow. Right. Put this lid on. Yeah. That way. There we go. Right. I'll come back tomorrow and see how they all. Right. So it's been 24 hours plus an extra 48 hours. Cough, since I've put the coasters in the bucket, wherever I put that bucket, there. So we'll see how this has gone. It's been in for 72 hours. If anything, it's be extra treated. Extremely overkill for coasters. Right, so got a cloth to wipe them down because these are very, very wet. So the original plan was to have a bucket for these to drip into, but you know me, not very well organised, and the bucket I was planning on putting under this sieve type thing is far too small, so I need to get myself a bigger bucket. So yeah, these how this all goes. I'm going to guess these are going to be a very different colour, so they're going to have taken in quite a lot of oil. So hopefully people still like the look of these. Just going to have to try and do a another batch and see if I can get them to be how they do in 24 hours. Right, so there's them done, a small batch. We'll see how they are tomorrow. I don't suppose these are going to dry too quick because obviously they've already soaked in a lot of oil, so it'll probably be a good 24 hours, maybe even longer, for these to dry out. So yeah, we'll see how this all goes. Right, so back to the coasters. They've had time to dry. They've actually been drying for about 2 days now. So on here they're quite greasy. You can see that. Obviously, because it's had so much oil, it's just there's nowhere for it to soak in what's on the surface. I did, however, leave these out in the sun and found, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, that has happened. Basically, the coasters have obviously heated up, and the oil seems to have boiled a bit, and it's all bubbled up on the top there. So yeah, I think this is a problem with the way it's been done, obviously being left in the oil for so long. The recommendation that I got told was 24 hours. Personally, I think that's a bit that's too long, because you've got to think, like, that's a thin piece of wood that is end grain on both sides, so it's not going to take long for the oil to soak in through end grain. So I'm probably going to do it 20 minutes. I'm probably going to stick these in the kiln on the final cycle for a bit, just to really get them hot, make sure they do dry out, and then give them a quick sand down, because I'm not too happy with that. Sand that down. I'm glad this happened before I tried to send them off or something. That's why I like to experiment with things before I sell my products to people, because I know something like this is going to happen. Because I wouldn't be happy if I received these as a customer and then that happened. So yeah, I think using the bucket method is good, but for what 20 minutes. I'd go 20 minutes for things like this. If you're doing other small thing, again, I don't really think you need much more than 20 minutes if it's nice and warm. 20 minutes is a long time. I mean, most fence posts, if you're doing creosote, they recommend 10 minutes leaving in a bucket, and that's being treated again, for outdoor use. So, and it's only soaking in from one side, not two ends. So, yeah, I think it's definitely a good way of doing it, but it's, again, getting the timing correct is the best thing for it. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll, you know what, actually, I'm going to give these a sand down and show you how these turn out afterwards. Right, outside with the coasters, they've been in the kiln at 50 degrees, so they've lost all their greasiness. You could technically do that with an oven, but you're going to be, evaporating oil in your oven, so I'd highly recommend not doing that. Just, my oven's big enough to walk into. So obviously they're not greasy anymore, but I need to give them a quick sand down to get rid of these bubbles that came up. I've left them out in the sun again for a bit as well, see if anything else forms, and it hasn't, so hopefully that's not going to come up again. I'm going to use 240 grit on my random orbital to get it smooth, and then we'll see how things go from there. So I was hoping to be able to jump straight to 240 just to get oil off, but that oil's quite hard, so I think I'm going to have to go, annoyingly, through the grits. I'll have to go down to 120 and take it up from there. Right, got the 120 on the sandpaper, 120 grit on the sander. I'll see how this goes now. Should be a lot easier. Right. Still bubbles. Yeah, well, that's going to take a good bit of sanding. So it's going to take a good bit of sanding, that. So I think This is rather weird, but I'm going to have to jump to the belt sander. That'll do it a lot quicker than this, and also be a lot less vibration, because yeah, that's not doing my hands any good doing that. I was expecting it to be a nice quick job, but obviously this is quite hard baked on this, so right, swap tools, let's get the belt sander going. Right, got the belt sander now, so I'm going to crack on with trying it with this. Got 120 grit sandpaper on it. This should be a lot quicker, so I'll see how it goes now. Right, so that's coming out a lot quicker, a lot smoother. Don't think that's scuffing them up at all. I don't know if there's any marks from reacting with the oil, but it feels nice enough to me. What do you think?
It's fine.
Okay, it's fine. So a bit more sanding needed with the random walk tool, but generally speaking, we're getting there. Right, find a more bubbly one. Find a really bad bubble one. Oh, come on. One's a bit more greasy. Organisation's fun, isn't it? Had them all organised, then decided to start knocking them about and get the belt sander out. There we go, that's a more rough one. Right, so that's one with the roughness on it. So we'll see how it does on that, because Random Orbital did not like that. Right, there we go. So it took a bit longer than the others, but that's turned out smooth now. I don't know if anyone can see any marks on that. Does it look okay?
Yeah.
All good? Right. So yeah, gonna take a bit of sanding just to get these down. So obviously, as you can see, there's more coasters here than when I started doing the video. I tried doing it again for 24 hours just to see, and yeah, 24 hours for something this small is just, it's far too long. I'm going to say 20 minutes. I'll do a part 2 again, showing how they turn out after 20 minutes, but as it is, 24 hours, far too long for something like this. So I'll just get all these done now, and I'll show you how they all look at the end. Right, so they're all been sanded now. Apparently they've gone white, as if they haven't been treated, which I find really hard to believe, given that they were, you know, sat in oil for 24/72 hours, depending on you know, which one it is. So yeah, apparently I've been told it's white where I've sanded it, and then brown where I haven't sanded on the edges. It's not like I was sanding off much. It's just a quick, you know, done. So I'll have to try and get through. Thank you. A few different people to just have a quick go over this.
That's a bit brown.
And see, because I can't imagine it not sinking in deep, because this is, you know, it's end grain from both sides and it's so thin. So it's something to keep experimenting with. Again, I think the bucket method is a good way of doing it. I just think you've got to get the timing correct. Of course, obviously you got to make sure that when you do it, whatever you put in is dry. These were at depending on which one it was, the ash was at 8%, and the what would it be, hemlock was at 12% because it's softwood. So yeah, low moisture percentages, so taking the treatment better. So yeah, I'll have to have a go at these and see how it goes. I'll do a second video showing how it does after 20 minutes, because I really don't want to be sanding all these down nicely, putting them in a bucket, and then having to sand them all down again. That's just a complete waste of time to me. It's not quick. I mean, it only takes a few seconds on each one, but with the amount I'm doing, it's a lot of time consumption for not a lot. So I hope this video has helped someone, been informative. Please check out the visionlessdesigns.com website to help support me, and don't forget the Etsy and Instagram page. I also have a Facebook. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you in future videos.